The following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.
It'll be played back again. Dozark waiting, and a pass now in front. They score! It's Keegan Kitts. He wins it in overtime, and the Capitals get third place.
It's time for Oahe Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The Oahe Capitals are brought to you by Xander Auto Parts, Leisure Palace, Wagner Auto, AGE, Weatherall, The American, May Adam, Pizza Ranch, Faith Lutheran Church, and Hermanson Orthodontics.
Beam will hold on to that puck, and that will take us to the end of the hockey game. And Jackson Youngworth has his third shutout in as many starts. And the Capitals win it 7-0.
Oahe Capitals hockey is also brought to you by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. The South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection. State Farm Insurance Becky Potsuba Agency. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters. And First United Methodist Church.
And here is now Jaron Beck back in the offensive zone. Backdoor feed, Dodson! He scores! We're tied! Jaron Beck gets the backdoor feed, and Devin Dodson tips it in. And we're tied at 2.
Oahe Capitals hockey is also brought to you by River Bottom Sanitation, The Clubhouse and Suites, Venture Communications, Kathy Sunshine Properties, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Comtech, and Beck Motors.
Bouncing puck at the blue line. Great job by Aiden Beam to hold the zone. On his backhand, he'll play to the corner. Beam still with it. Centering pass. Rebound, they score! It might have been hit in out of midair by Dylan Dodson. His 9th goal of the season. The Capitals have tied it up 2-2 with 6:24 to go.
And now to the booth for the award-winning call with the voice of the Capitals, John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you to the Prairie Lakes Ice Arena as the Oahe Capitals take on the Watertown Lakers in a boys varsity game. John Winkler here, and joining me on the call tonight, pulling him out of retirement, Jeff Anderson is joining me on the call tonight. Jeff, it's good to have you in the booth with me tonight.
Well, thank you. It's good to have you, and of course, I will let you know that this booth is kind of reserved for the special people. And you are here, well, so this is great.
I think it's by default that they've got me up here in this spot. But what a great venue this place is. Second time that the Capitals of boys varsity is playing here. They got the chance to play the first time, the second game overall. I think it was. Might have been even the first game. I believe it was the first game that the Capitals ended up playing Watertown here in that boys varsity game. So now we get another chance to play here, and the state tournament will come back here coming up at the middle of March.
Well, and we're 10 games through the season already. We're about halfway through the year, so now is about the time you want to start playing your best hockey.
Well, and for both these teams, they need to be started playing their best hockey, because right now the Watertown Lakers at 5-4-0-1 are in 7th place. The Capitals at 4-6 are on the outside looking in 9th place, with Mitchell in between those two at 4-4-0-1. And so these games are very important, because it looks like between Watertown, Mitchell, and Oahe, one of these three teams probably missing the state tournament this year. And a win tonight helps keep you away from that number 9 spot. A loss tonight puts you behind the 8 ball going towards the second half of the season.
Ideally, you want to be in the top 4 spots so you get an early or a better break, so to speak, in the opening round of the state tournament.
Yeah.
But that's not quite the case for these teams, so they're going to have to work for it.
I was just saying, now they're just looking to find themselves here at the Prairie Lakes Ice Arena in the state tournament, because they need some wins. But both these teams have some good goalies, some good goal scorers. Millen Evans leading the team with 13 goals for the Watertown Lakers. Keegan Kitts and Dylan Dodson each with 10 goals apiece for the Capitals. And then on top of that, Cole Nygaard has got a sub-3, 2.73 goals against average. And a team that's got 5 wins and 5 losses to have a sub-3 goals against average tells you, one, if the offense can start scoring a few more goals, they're going to win some more games. But two, they've got a pretty good backstop in Nygaard.
Well, they do, and then they also have some kids that are playing defense, and your defensemen have to help your goalie. And you can make your goalie look as good as you can, and sometimes if your defensemen aren't doing a job, the goalie can be standing out there kind of naked, so to speak, and you got to do everything yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And for both these teams, they good defensively. You got to be sure about every pass and clearing the zone because those are important things to have in this hockey game, in any hockey game. But this one's going to have more of a playoff atmosphere to it just because of what's at stake. Even though we're at the halfway point of the season, there's a lot at stake in this game for the 2 points that are up for grabs, and both teams don't want to leave here tonight without empty-handed.
Well, and it's a busy weekend as far as Oahe is concerned. You play again tomorrow in Brookings. You play again on Sunday in Sioux Falls.
And I think, talking earlier today, too, this is probably the best case of how the schedule falls for the Capitals, because this is the most important game of the weekend, because you're not saying that you can't beat Brookings, but if you're going to go 2-1, you assume that you beat Watertown and Brandon Valley, and then you'd fall to Brookings. If you can go 3-0, that'd be even better. But this one's very important. You're not overlooking the Watertown Lakers by any means. A Brandon Valley that you're playing on Friday, who's got one win of the season. If you're playing them tonight, you're saying, well, we're looking ahead to Watertown on Sunday or Saturday. You're looking at this game and then going to attack the other two games next because of how both those teams are. This is the kind of the important one of the weekend, and it helps the Capitals that it's the first game of the weekend.
Well, you can't just show up and expect to win. You've got to do more than just go through the motions, and there have been teams that have faltered playing a team that they should have beaten without any problem, and they come up and kind of bite you. So you really have to take everybody seriously.
Absolutely. This is also senior night tonight, so they will be honoring the seniors before we get started in tonight's game between the Capitals and the Watertown Lakers. Let's take our first break in the pregame show. We'll come back. We'll have more of the matchup between the Oahe Capitals and the Watertown Lakers. You're listening to Oahe Capital Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Hockey season is here, and American by Wyndham Fort Pierre Conference Center is proud to support our hometown heroes, the Oahe Capitals. Whether you're traveling to cheer on the team or just need a cozy place to unwind, we're here to make your stay unforgettable. From game nights to restful mornings, we're rooting for you. Stop by at 312 Island Drive, Fort Pierre. Go Capitals! American by Wyndham, where comfort meets community. Call 605-223-2358 to book your stay today. Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time to review your insurance coverage with Becky Pospa, your local State Farm agent. Whether it's your first apartment, your forever home, your farm, or your family's legacy, Becky's team in Pierre and Gregory is here to protect what matters most. Personal touch, unbeatable customer service, and coverage you can trust. Schedule your consultation today with Pospa State Farm. Call 605-224-4173 or visit insuredwithbecky.com. That's Becky with an I. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net. Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in to check them out at 2510 East Irwin on the Truck Bypass or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it. And we welcome you back here to the Prairie Lakes Ice Arena. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson for this game tonight between the Capitals and the Watertown Lakers. And Jeff, this is, we mentioned in the first, before we took that break, very important for both these teams. Where they sit in the standings, it becomes more and more important to get these 2 points to make sure that they find themselves in the top 8 instead of on the outside looking in.
Yeah, it really is. And 2 points don't seem like a lot, but if you start adding them up like this is potentially a 6-point weekend for the Oahe Capitals.
Yeah,
or for Watertown.
And you think, Sunday against Brandon Valley, not that it's a for sure win, because you mentioned too, you can't just show up and expect to win. But where the Capitals are at, you're saying, okay, we want to go 2-1 this weekend. At the very least, we want to go 2-1. But that is all important for tonight because again, not to take anything away from the Watertown Lakers, but I think they would also say Brookings probably a little bit tougher of a game than it would be against the Hawaii Capitals, and so that Brookings game will be tough tomorrow night. Brandon Valley, maybe a little bit more on the easier end, quote unquote easier end, but this one is very important. And for the most part, in the last 5-6 years, the Capitals and Watertown Lakers have had some really good battles and have split a lot of games, season series-wise, have split a lot of games.
I don't recall that. It seems like Oahe wins more than Watertown does. But they've had some good years. They've had some good teams over the years. Now you have a different coach, and you have some kids that have graduated, things like that. It's a whole new ballgame.
Yeah, and for this Watertown Laker team that's coming in, it's a different look to the Hawaii Capitals. After having 13 seniors graduate, Steve Steele, the head coach, he stepped aside. Landon Badger is now the new head coach. So it's a little bit, I wouldn't say it's a shocking difference, but for some teams coming in, and obviously they're aware of the difference, but it is a little shocking to see so many faces gone that you've been playing against the last couple of years, and all these new faces for the Hawaii Capitals when you first played them for the first time this year. So it is, a different look for the Capitals than the Watertown Lakers have seen the last couple of years, but it should still be a good matchup tonight. Well,
it should, and the interesting thing about a coach is you can say, well, he coached under Steele, part of the program. It should be pretty much the same. No two coaches are ever alike.
They can say they're very similar.
Seasons. Yeah.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, and if you think it's going to be the same, you're mistaken.
You're exactly right. That even if they have the same similar coaching styles, it's still a little bit different. Yes. And from year to year, those players are very much different too. So we're going to step aside. We're going to come back. We're going to have more of the pregame show getting set for puck drop between the Hawaii Capitals and the Watertown Lakers, as they will honor their seniors beforehand as well. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Walking together in faith, living together in faith, working together in faith, that's who we are.
Hi, this is Pastor Sam Hanschke. I hope that our athletes have an excellent and successful season. I pray that God would continue to richly bless them. I invite you to join me in praying for our athletes during the year.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, and Pierre, where exceptional customer service meets an incredible inventory lineup. Looking for your dream car? Our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. From dependable Fords to luxurious Lincolns and versatile Toyotas, we have something for every taste, need, and budget. Experience the difference with us today. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. And we welcome you back here to Prairie Lakes Ice Arena as we continue to get set for the Oahe Capitals and the Watertown Lakers. Jumping alongside Jeff Anderson. Jeff, that's one thing that I can say, too, is that Jim Lloyd didn't bring you out of retirement, but I did. Yeah. I brought you out of retirement.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of Jim, he's in Concordia this weekend doing some women's hockey. He's done a lot of their games this year, and then he's also been on the road with them a few times. And, of course, the Shamrocks, if we can mention them, that's the newest team in Watertown. They're in Austin, Minnesota for a couple of games, and the city has really embraced them. And you can when you drive in, of course, off the not the interstate, but the bypass, and come out here, they have had anywhere is up to about 1,500 people, or even up to closer to 19. So people have had to park all the way to the road from the hockey rink. So it's been great. The city has really embraced them, and that's been good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hockey's been good for the state.
Absolutely.
And good for the city. So that's been great.
And what a first-class facility this is for the Shamrocks to be playing in as well.
Yeah, but the funny thing was, I've done Laker hockey for so long that when I started doing the Shamrocks, I had a tendency to call them the Lakers and go, where did that come from? You don't even think about it.
No, you don't.
You don't.
Half the time I'm sitting here saying, for a state tournament, I'm going, you're listening to Oahe Capitals hockey, and the Capitals aren't even playing in the state tournament game.
Yeah, that's right.
Just so second nature to you.
Yeah, it really is. So it's kind of funny.
They are doing the seniors right now. They're talking to doing the senior ceremony right now. So we will step aside one more time. We'll come back with starting lineups, opening puck drop coming up next. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, a Riverfront broadcasting station, Oahe Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Hi, Jason here from Leisure Palace Pool, Spa, and Patio. We invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories. The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
This fall, celebrate the spirit of sports with Beck Motor Company, proudly supporting our community for 55 years. Whether you're gearing up for the big game or just need reliable transportation, Beck Motor Company is here for all your automotive needs. From SUVs to Silverados to sedans, our wide selection ensures there is a vehicle for every lifestyle. We're making a great deal better. Beck Motor Company Pier, your trusted automotive partner since 1969. Give us a call at 605-224-5912 or check us out at www.beck-motors.com.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pier First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for nearly 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732. Hockey season is here, and American by Wyndham Fort Pierre Conference Center is proud to support our hometown heroes, the Oahe Capitals. Whether you're traveling to cheer on the team or just need a cozy place to unwind, we're here to make your stay unforgettable. From game nights to restful mornings, we're rooting for you. Stop by at 312 Island Drive, Fort Pierre. Go Capitals! American by Wyndham, where comfort meets community. Call 605-223-2358 to book your stay today. Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time to review your insurance coverage with Becky Pospa, your local State Farm agent. Whether it's your first apartment, your forever home, your farm, or your family's legacy, Becky's team in Pierre and Gregory is here to protect what matters most. Personal touch, unbeatable customer service, and coverage you can trust. Schedule your consultation today with Pospa State Farm. Call 605-224-4173 or visit insuredwithbecky.com. That's Becky with an I. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net. Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in to check them out at 2510 East Irwin on the Truck Bypass or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam. We are ready to roll from the Prairie Lakes Ice Arena as we get set for puck drop. John Wickler alongside Jeff Anderson as we are ready to go for this game tonight. Jeff, you excited for this one?
Yes.
Should I move a little bit for you?
You're just fine.
All right. We'll get ourselves situated here. Yeah, we'll move just a little bit around here. It'll be all right. We're ready to go, though. So the two goalies for this contest will be Jackson Youngworth, 4 wins, 3.74 goals against average, 851 save percentage. And for the Watertown Lakers, Cole Nygaard, 4 wins, 2.73 goals against average, and 895 save percentage.
So two of the best goalies in the state.
They're both hoping that they're playing like it tonight. Going Mole will take the face off against Dylan Dodson. We're ready to go for the Prairie Lakes Ice Arena. Watertown Lakers and Hawaii Capitals are underway as the face-off will be won by the Capitals that push into the zone. As it comes here to the near side, it's going to be taken back by Jack Elsher, and his pass will go up, and moving in is Millen Evans. But a good defensive play from Keegan Kitts to get back to it. And the Capitals will take back over their own end of the ice. Just 20 seconds in, that pass is blocked, but it's still out of the zone. That one's knocked away by Capitals and knocked down by Aiden Beam. On the backhander, Millen Evans will move it around for Jack Elsher. And the defenseman, Elsher, will move it up. That one misses for Evans. It will go down, but not far enough for an icing as Cooper Beestrom will take it here for the Capitals. Here on the near side, it's going to be played back up as Beestrom will send it across. It's tipped by Lyle Bonney and then into the zone by Bonney. This will be picked up by Jet Van Gilder. Van Gilder's pass is going to be intercepted and is moved back here to the near side, where Aiden Bowder will move it back here for Bonney. Lyle Bonney behind the net, bouncing puck. Played back here to the near side where it's moved along by Tyler Roberts. His pass up for Evans, who has not come off the ice in a minute and 15 seconds in before he finally gets his first break of the night. Back here near side is Jorgensen. Quentin Jorgensen will move it up. It's backing it back out of the zone by the Capitals as we're still looking for our first shot on goal of the evening. All the way down and around it goes. No icing as the first one, too, is the Capitals on the far end of the ice. Moved up and flipped out of the zone by the Caps. This pass is broken up as Dylan Dodson now will lay a hit, and the Caps will go back the other way. From the blue line, that shot goes wide of Nygaard from Bridger Babcock. And then now it's Trayton Parmley again. Parmley back here to the near side. That pass is going to be intercepted. Babcock was throwing it towards the middle of the ice, but the only one there were the Watertown Lakers. Another pass that's off of a skate. And it's going to be moved up that time by Remington Renlin. Back behind the nets. The Capitals' Aiden Beam will grab it. 14:55 to go here in the first period. That'll miss 3 different players. Won't go for an icing as Elsher is there to pick it up. 3 goals, 8 assists for the defenseman. This defenseman, there's a couple of him and Aiden Melville with multiple goals on the defensive side of things. Cohen Mole for the Watertown Lakers. Lost the handle of the puck. Pass to Ian Schweitzer, went off of his skates, and it's played back up again for Millen Evans. Evans leads the team with 13 goals as he swings wide on the left wing, gets run into, and then a couple of players are still tangled up as Evans trying to get the stick back free, and the Capitals out to the blue line. Mole with the stick lift, but the puck still comes out of the zone. Aiden Beam will run through a man, continue to carry the puck as Beam can't get a shot away, as this Aiden Bowder now that will play it. Bowder in the corner, plays it back out top as the Capitals look to continue to move it. Brylan Beck had his pocket picks, and then Evans again. No chip and chase. That shot goes through the blue paint, but not on goal. There's a shot that's coming from number 15 in Nolander. And it's behind the nets after that shot was blocked. 13:30 to go here in the first period. There's a shot attempt that will go wide. That's coming from Jorgensen. Played back for Jacob Holgate in the corner. Now the Capitals will recover from behind their own end of the ice, throw it into empty space, but again, it was perfectly played to Jet Van Gilder, but out of the zone by the Capitals and Owen O'Daniel, and it goes all the way around the boards. Bridger Babcock again, make that Bowder over there on the far side. As it's Keegan Kitts that will pick it up and flip it out towards the Capitals bench, but it's held down by the stick of Jeff Van Gilder, or the glove of Jeff Van Gilder. There's a shot by the Lakers, first one of the evening. And it comes over 4 minutes into the game before we got our first official shot on goal. Dylan Dodson in the neutral zone, makes a move around two different guys. Dodson backhander save by Nygaard. Out to the blue line where it's going to be held in by the Capitals. Around it comes to the near side, to the far side. As it's moved along by Van Gilder, but it was blocked as Dylan Dodson will pick it up. Tough angle from where he was at. And we'll finally get our first whistle with 12:30 to go here in the first period. All right, say, Jeff, you joined me, and you weren't going to talk at all in the first period.
Not at this rate, that's all right.
Only one shot on goal for both of these teams.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of nice, and it's been basically between the blue lines.
Everything has really been between the blue lines. As this will be moved back here to the near side where it's picked up by Colton Sutton and then played outside the zone. It will go down, but not far enough for an icing. Jesse Eldridge pass will go across for Dylan Dodson. Couldn't catch it cleanly as that puck was fluttering away from his stick. Moved along. Triton permanently knocked it down, trying to move it back out of the zone. And it'll be played around, actually that was Eldridge, excuse me. And it'll come back here to the near side where Kitts will flip it off the boards. And it's picked up here by the Capitals. Eldridge with a shot that goes wide. Asher Vadenbos on the ice for the Capitals. Although it's first picked up by Roberts. And on the far side of the ice, the Lakers try to get the clean exit, but the pass is intercepted by Logan Anderson as they'll swing around. That shot save is made. The rebound was turned aside, and then a wraparound chance. They score! Logan Anderson with the wraparound chance to make it 1-0, and the Caps strike first with 11:40 to go in the first period.
Well, Nygaard just couldn't quite control that rebound, and it got away from him, and it was Oahe on the spot to put it in.
And Anderson was the one that took the shot. He was the first one to pick the puck back up, so this will be an unassisted goal for Anderson. As if you're on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports, you get to see the replay of it. And it was an early goal for the Capitals.
Nygaard just a little... result, he paid for it.
Third goal of the season for Logan Anderson. So the Caps lead at 1-0. American Family Insurance, Brittany shuffle by and scoreboard. As this flips out to the blue line, Millen Evans. Jeff, that's your favorite scoreboard sponsor. We're going to have you say it by the end of the night. Here's a pass in front, and it'll go out towards... Close. We'll work on it. Here on the near side, at the blue line, Millen Evans, that shot was blocked by the stick of Keegan Kitts. This will be moved back out to the blue line again. Van Gilder. He'll keep it in the zone for the Watertown Lakers, wearing their home white jerseys tonight. Back behind the nets. And it's going to be grabbed here by Dodson as he'll throw it across. Kitts will race after it. Puck's going to be just a bit too far. He's trying to lift the stick of Van Gilder, but a good job of Jeff Van Gilder to play the puck to the far side boards. Although his pocket was picked by Kitts, and then he gave it back over to Van Gilder. As this will be moved back down by the Capitals with 10:38 to go here in the first period. This is turned over again. Dodson will pick it up in his offensive zone. Dodson will turn, looking to center one for Schweitzer, but it was intercepted and tipped out of the zone by Millen Evans, where Cooper Beestrom will have to pick it back up. His backhander. Caps are in the midst of a change. That was close to being too many on the ice. Logan Anderson steps on the ice, pokes it away. He's got a chance for a 2-on-1. Anderson with a shot in close, and a save made by Nygaard. And we get a whistle with 10:13 to go here in the first period.
Well, Nygaard had a good look at that.
Because the defensive play for the Lakers, letting Nygaard go one-on-one with the shooter and not letting that pass be an option. Here's a pass in front that bounced over the stick of Anderson. Then Aiden B with a shot. Rebound! Still loose in the blue paint. And it's still there, and then tried to be moved with the glove, which was not going to count if it was going to go in by Asher Vandenbos. But we do get a whistle. And somehow Cole Nygaard was able to keep that puck free and out. That bounced around two different people as we're looking at the replay. And then Vandenbos, he tried to just kind of pushing it with his glove.
Yeah. And Nygaard took a beating on that play.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he ended up in the back of the goal. And Vandenbos, who was trying to push it in with his glove, it wasn't going to count. It was pretty easy to be seen by the referee if that had gone in, that it was not going to be a good goal. But we get a whistle with 10:01 to go here in the first period. Face off to the right of Nygaard. Ian Schweitzer will win it. Beam with a shot square away right into the glove of Nygaard. And then now we'll get a slash called against Nygaard. Vandenbos was trying to tip it in. Did not like that Nygaard, or that Vandenbos had got the stick caught up with him. And he slashed Vandenbos. Or is Vandenbos the one that's going to go? I thought Nygaard was the one that was going to go.
I thought so too.
But it is going to be Vandenbos that will go for the slash.
So the Lakers go on the power play.
So
it's not the Pelican Sports power play, is it?
Not yet. Well, it can't be right now. We'll give Jim Lloyd that chance. It definitely will be here in about 2 months from now when I'm on the call. The slash is called against Asher Vandenbos. So the first power play, and a big opportunity with 9:57 to go in the first period for the Lakers to tie this thing up. They had the first shot on goal, but since it's been 7 straight shots and a goal for the Capitals, and the early face-off is won. It took one hopper into the glove of Nygaard, feeling like a third baseman, down on his knees to make that play. Just didn't throw it across to first. Here's Millen Evans as he'll move it in, as he swings wide behind the nets and circles the wagons out top to the near side. Face-off dot in front, but feinting on the shot was Roberts, and it'll be cleared out of the zone. As Bob Uecker would say, just a bit outside.
Just a bit, yep. And that passed away this week at 90.
Yep, passed away yesterday at the age of 90.
90 years old.
Was not thinking that it would be able to bring a Bob Uecker reference into a hockey game, but
but it's a tribute to him.
That's right. He probably could have done several hockey games if he wanted to. Here is a chance now on the far side.
It would have been colorful.
Would have had the mute button ready to go. Here's Aiden Beam that will move it up. The Capitals thinking shorthanded here. Dylan Dodson in with a shot and a save made by Nygaard. He's able to move that away quickly with the right pad. And now it's back the other way to move in for Jake Root. Root on his backhand. His pass into open ice as the Lakers are in the midst of a change. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Comes back out here for Jorgensen. He'll go cross ice as it's moved up by Van Gilder. Touch pass from Van Gilder. Backhanded back in by Root. Goes back behind the net where it's grabbed by the Watertown Lakers. As it comes here to the near side, Van Gilder trying to pinch in, and it's chipped off the boards, and now a chance for Triton Parmley. Short-handed, shot goes high. Not a bad play, though, by Parmley, as he's able to clear the zone by chipping it away from Van Gilder. Now it's Landry Van Rokel on the back end. He'll dump it in with only 12 seconds to go on the power play. Van Gilder here to the near side for Jorgensen.
And Lakers haven't had a shot on goal, though they have the power play advantage.
Yeah, they have not had a shot on goal for the last 6 minutes as the power play comes to an end. As Jeff said, no shots on goal in that power play as they're 0 for 1. This will be flipped in from the blue line, wide of Youngworth, who will touch it up, and it'll be taken back here by the Hawaii Capitals. 7:40 to go in the first period. 1-0 lead on the Logan Anderson goal, as he got the wraparound chance to make it a 1-0 game. Here's a shot into the glove of Youngworth. He'll make the save, and we get a whistle with 7:34 to go here in the first period. And that breaks a long stretch of about 7 minutes of no shots for the Watertown Lakers.
Well, 9-2 shots on goal right now. The Lakers are actually lucky that it's not more than 1-0.
Now the couple chances the Capitals have had in those 9 shots, and even some that have missed, have been pretty good chances so far. Here's a pass looking to get to Vandenbos, and then Anderson will bring it in offside. Vandenbos has stopped. He was trying to make his way back out, but unable to by the time that Anderson pulled it across. We get a whistle with 7:25 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, 7:25. That's one of the plays offside in a case like that. One of those things that people wonder most about as far as a fan if they don't understand the game.
And it's easy to explain, but hard to explain at the same time.
Yeah.
This will be moved into the zone by Aiden Melville. His backhand pass was blocked as Beestrom fell to the ice, but was able to block it as he was on the ice. Now it's chipped off the boards, not out of the zone. Dodson tried to chip and chase, but instead it'll be moved, make that Vandenbos. And it's going to be backhanded, still back in the zone by Jack Elsher. Has 11 points in the season. That leads all defensemen for the Watertown Lakers. This will be a quick pass, but it did not come out of the zone. Looked like it may have come out of the zone, but now Evans moving in. Backhand pass goes across, and it was swung away by Aiden Beam, so there was no chance as the goal was wide open on that far side, or that near side post, as Millen Evans will cross corner dump it in with 6:30 to go here in the first period. We're on the far end of the ice, away from where the Lakers are shooting at in this first period. As Dylan Dotson's bringing it our way right now. Dotson moves in. Backhander goes wide. And a save by Nygaard. Really good move by Dotson.
He split the defense nicely that time, but couldn't get the shot that he wanted.
Then almost turned over right in front of the net by the Lakers, as both Triton Parmley and Keegan Kitts were there, but instead Colin Mole will take it the other way. Mole trying to lean his way in, but a good defensive play by the Capitals, as they'll be able to get the puck right back out of the zone. As that was Jesse Eldridge that was able to make that play on that far side of the ice. This puck will make its way to the penalty box. We get a whistle with 5:47. Well, they got the clock still moving right now. Be missed, and now it's going to be taken back, and it's moved back up the ice for Jacob Holgate. Pass was off of a skate, comes out of the zone, bouncing puck. Owen O'Daniel, they'll flip that down. No Cameron Lee tonight for the Capitals. He will be back with the team tomorrow against the Brookings Rangers. Logan Anderson, high slot shot that goes wide. He's been in a pretty good spot to pick up the puck a couple different times in the offensive zone. This shot will hit Vandenbos, looking to still play with the puck, but it's going back the other way. That was Tate Marco. And now it's out of the zone for Aiden Beam. He'll flip it in right next to number 18 in Remington Redland. This will be held in still by Beam another time. There is a loose stick that goes off that loose stick. Marco played it. And then it's Ian Schweitzer that will play it back down here for Anderson. He's going to move around the stick. He's moving it around with his skates right now at the blue line that's held in by Dodson. And now it's Marco another time. Backhander up the ice on the far side, and eventually comes out of the zone with 4:20 remaining here in the first period. Beam to the near side. Logan Anderson off the boards for Dodson. That one misses, but they will say it was touched. Dodson was able to tip it in, so there is no icing. That vantage point that we have, couldn't tell if it was touched or not. Roberts will try a stretch pass, but that one misses, and I believe that's our first icing of the hockey game with 3:59 to go in the first.
Yeah, 10-2 shots on goal right now, so the Lakers need to pick it up just a little bit here, because really the play has been dominated pretty much by Oahe.
Yeah, then the Caps, after that first initial couple minutes where there was no real shots on goal and the Lakers had that first overall chance, it really has been the Oahe Capitals in the last about 10 minutes of game time. Jack Elsher here for the Watertown Lakers off the face-off win. He comes to the near side. It's turned over, but it was out of the zone. Kitts will play it off the boards in the backhand, but missed by Parmley. And the Watertown Lakers again will get the puck just outside the zone, where it's sent back in on goal, and Nygaard had to make a bouncing save and then turned over again by the Watertown Lakers. They've struggled to get the puck out of the zone. Tipped by Dodson just wide of the net. He wasn't really trying to tip it on net, but he tipped it just wide. Here on the near side again as Sutton turns the puck over. Kitts pass over. Parmley right in front, and a save made by Nygaard on the shot with 3:22 to go here in the first period.
Nice play by Oahe. Didn't get him a goal there, but 12-2 shots on goal right now, and Watertown needs to change that around when they get to the second period.
Well, I think the adjustments in that locker room after the first period is going to be, hey, we got to be better in our end of the ice, getting the puck out. Here's another turnover by Watertown as it's picked back up. Dylan Dodson will have it played off the boards. He's trying to create some space, tried to center one for Parmley, but it went off of his right skate as the puck will come out of the zone by the Watertown Lakers. Here's Tyler
nice
Roberts.
Pass there.
The lefty with the pass across. It's starting to come towards the net. Poked away by the Capitals. Dotson will stand up a man. And then a pass will go behind the net and around the boards of the far side where the Capitals will get it out of the zone. It was tipped beyond the red line, but it will be no icing as it's played by Nygaard. Jorgensen will move it up here to Roberts as he'll tip it forward, but it's eventually grabbed by Beam. Right in the middle of the ice, that pass is connected, and then the pass will go across over from O'Daniel over towards Bonnie, and then try to get back towards O'Daniel in the high slot. Tipped by O'Daniel. He'll get to the corner. He's got Bowder. Then try to center one for Bonnie, but that's intercepted. And then another turnover by Watertown in their own end of the ice. Up the boards. This will be at the blue line, but the Capitals again keep it in the zone. This is moved up to Roberts. Turnover, shot on, save made by Nygaard. O'Daniel takes a hit in the back by Melville, and he is slow to get up. And it'll be here on the near side where Jorgensen will pick it up. O'Daniel's trying to get off the ice. This will go down. Will be far enough for an icing. Just barely enough for an icing with 1:49 to go. That hit from Melville to O'Daniel. I know the Capitals are wanting a penalty, but don't know much more of. I don't think Melville, they kind of really collided with each other and not so much a cross check in the back from Melville.
Well, and the official has to see it.
Also that too.
Yeah.
Face-off will be to the right of Cole Nygaard. And if you ask a couple people, they would say that their vision of referees is as bad as mine. Here on the near side, it wasn't me that said it, but other people might say it. Logan Anderson has it behind the net. That one's a centering pass that misses for everybody, and it'll come down the blue line. And again, Beam's able to hold it in. Another job of the Capitals of just continuing to hold the puck in the zone and keeping the Watertown Lakers from having a chance to go the other way. This will bounce off of Beam's stick and out. And now Jesse Eldridge will move it up to Logan Anderson, but it's turned over. Puck is loose. Player goes down, and it's still moved along anyway by Noldner as he was able to get it to Sawyer Knopf and out to the blue line. That is offside with 1:06 to go here in the first period. Last Sunday, the Capitals played the Aberdeen Cougars. They scored the Capitals 23 seconds in, but only had one shot on goal after that the rest of the first period. And now here all of a sudden, the Capitals are kind of turned the tide a little bit, and they might be forcing the other team to have just 2 shots on goal in the first period.
Yes, but it's still only a 1-0 hockey game.
It's still that's the difference in this and between the Capitals and the Cougars from that last game was it was a 4-1 game after the first period. Here's a pass, keeping it in the zone for the Capitals. This is another turnover. Van Rokel at the blue line was able to intercept the pass. Chipped by Jorgensen, and it's now going to be Colin Mole that will move it out of the zone. Now a race for it, but Mole
he blew a tire,
and Dylan Dotson will pick it up. It was going to be a tough race. This will be offside, and the linesman got run into by Colin Mole on accident, and we get a whistle with 28.7 to go.
Game, but they can.
And we've seen it quite a bit that the linesmen and referees are trying to get out of the way of a puck and end up hitting them anyway. 20 seconds to go. Looks like we're going to get our first penalty on Watertown now, and the Capitals will have their first power play. I should have said too that this. So we are on Capital City Rock, but we're also on the Watertown Lakers YouTube as well. So technically, they are still Pelican Power Sports Power Plays.
Jim would be proud.
I don't want to take that away from Jim Lloyd. Colin Mole gets called for the trip with 21 seconds to go. So the Capitals will have a quick power play here, and then we'll have an abbreviated power play in the second period if they don't score in the next 20 seconds. As the face-off is controlled by the Capitals. Out top, Dylan Dotson, top of the face-off circle, and that shot in a glove save made by Nygaard with 13.5 to go here in the first period.
Nygaard's keeping them in this game.
And it's not by a fluke that his goals against average is under 3 and his save percentage is almost 900. He has done this a lot. starts to frustrate teams thinking they should have more goals. There's only 6 seconds to go. That puck is still loose. To the nearest far side it comes. Beam's got to take the shot. It goes off of the left pad of Nygaard, and that will take us to the end of the first period. 14-2 in shots on goal for the Hawaii Capitals over the Watertown Lakers. The goal in the period, Logan Anderson, an unassisted goal with 11:40 to go in the first, made it 1-0. Asher Vandenbos got called for a slash with 9:57 to go in the first, but the Lakers were unable to score, and we'll still have a minute and 40 seconds remaining of a power play for the Capitals with Colin Mole in the penalty box for a trip. So that's your first intermission, your first period stats for you. We'll come back on Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube. We'll talk more about that coming up here as the first intermission continues, as the first intermission starts here as a 1-0 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Discover the difference with Kathy Sunshine Properties. With 50 years of experience and their local expertise, both as agents and neighbors, Kathy and her team are here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, the trusted professionals at Kathy Sunshine Properties will listen to your needs and help you find the perfect fit.
Join the countless satisfied clients who have turned their real estate dreams into reality. Go Caps!
Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in to check them out at 2510 East Irwin on the Truck Bypass, or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
This fall, celebrate the spirit of sports with Beck Motor Company, proudly supporting our community for 55 years. Whether you're gearing up for the big game or just need reliable transportation, Beck Motor Company is here for all your automotive needs. From SUVs to Silverados to sedans, our wide selection ensures there is a vehicle for every lifestyle. We're making a great deal better. Beck Motor Company Pier, your trusted automotive partner since 1969. Give us a call at 605-224-5912 or check us out at www.beck-motors.com.
Have you assessed the condition of your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9797 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters. Reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
As we welcome you back in here in the first intermission as the Hawaii Capitals lead at 1-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard. John McClure alongside Jeff Anderson as Logan Anderson has the only goal of the game so far for the Capitals and got the wraparound chance after the shot was, I believe, on goal, but then ended up being moved around, and Anderson was able to get the wraparound shot to go to make it a 1-0 lead for the Hawaii Capitals over the Watertown Lakers. Jeff, first period, all in favor of the Capitals right now, 14-2 in shots on goal. They really dominated from that. After the first 3 minutes where there were no shots on goal, first 4 minutes where there were no shots on goal, they really dominated from there on out.
Well, they've really kept Watertown back on their heels, if you will. And for Watertown, it's been hard to get anything going offensively. You know, they've been outshot 14-2, and they need to get something going here. as far as that's concerned, and Nygaard's really kept them in the game. It could easily be a 4 or 5 nothing score. He's kept them in, and Youngworth has to feel like the Maytag repair guy because he's only had 2 shots basically on goal, and the play's kind of been at one end for much of the first period. So Watertown needs to get the momentum back and get something going here. And they seem just a little bit flat to me, and Brookings seems to be maybe just a step ahead.
Well, and it's kind of crazy to say that both goalies are in a tough situation right now.
Yeah.
One being, and the Watertown fans are saying, what are you talking about right now? That goalie's only seen 2 shots on goal. The 14 shots on goal is very tough because you've been moving a lot. The 2 shots on goal is also tough because you're not seeing the puck very much.
No.
And it's harder to stay engaged. You know, not saying that it's easier to make 13 saves on 14 shots in a period than it is to make 2 saves on 2 shots. But it is hard to stay engaged when you're not seeing the puck. Some goalies, I wouldn't say they want to see 14 shots in a period, but if that was 7 or 8, you would really say, boy, the Capitals are really, I mean, they're really looking good right now too, but you would say, boy, Youngworth with 8 saves on 8 shots, really looking good because he's, you're making a save basically every other minute. But it's really tough only having 2 shots on goal right now. So the Lakers, if they can get some good shots on goal, they're going to find themselves maybe being able to beat him just because of the lack of pressure that he's had to see and the lack of action he's had to see.
What you always like to do is get a goalie. Excuse me, just a second here.
Get you to clear the
get that. There we go.
You're not in
that goalie to get a couple of saves early on in the game to get him engaged, like you say, into a game. Otherwise, they have a tendency to sit down there and fall asleep.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be negative on that, but you really want, if you're a coach, you want your goalie to be tested early to get him in the game. Otherwise, he's not there.
You either want a big goose egg or at least 5, 6, 7 shots. But I think we talked about it too, that the Watertown Lakers are going to be in a spot where they're going to say, we got to get the puck cleanly out of our end of the ice. Even if we just get it out into the neutral zone, we got to get it out of our zone. Too many turnovers in that first period inside their own zone. If you're the Capitals, you're saying, guys, they turned the puck over to us numerous times in the neutral zone, or in the offensive zone. We got to score goals off it. We cannot be down. Not that the Capitals are feeling like they're behind, but I think the coaches in the locker room for the Capitals are going to try and talk to them like they're behind. And where the Watertown Lakers are saying, hey, if we're better, we only give up 1 goal, and we would say we had probably a poor period, especially in our own end of the ice. And offensively, too, only having 2 shots. But we're only down 1-0. We got to take that as a win. So I think both coaches are on the other side trying to kind of ramp up one team, but also ramp up the other way for the other team right now.
Well, and you try to split up a period, a game by periods. Oahe won the first period. Watertown's got to come back now and make something happen in that second period, then let the third period take over whatever happens. But at this point in time, they're not really engaged in the game like they'd like to be. They need to be smarter in their own end, and we talked about that in the pregame. But at this time of year, you need to be playing smarter hockey, and don't commit too many turnovers in your own end, and don't commit too many penalties. We've had very few penalties in this game, but Watertown needs to kind of pick it up. If you're Oahe, you're saying, great, we're ahead 1-0, but we've outshot them 14-2, and we only have 1 goal to show for it. And Watertown goes, we're lucky to be down only 1-0 when we've been outshot 14-2. There's a couple of ways you can look at it, and the coaches will kind of straighten them out as to how they need to get it done.
Want to make a correction on that goal. Logan Anderson, Ian Schweitzer, and Asher Vandenbosch both got assists. So that's the first assist of the season for Vandenbosch, second of the season for Ian Schweitzer. Other scores from around the state right now in boys hockey, 1-1 between Brookings and Sioux Falls East.
That's a big game.
That is a big game. Sioux Falls East at 8-3 right now. The Rangers at 8-1. It was Cooper Deathridge that got the goal from Nolan Krogman and Waylon Carroll, and Ryan Fenton got the goal from Braden Goddard. And that is a 1-1 tie at the end of the first period between those 2 teams. And that is the lone other game in boys varsity.
Well, we have Brookings on the board, so to speak, for just a moment here in a 1-1 hockey game. Of course, Brett Kershoff was a kid that you heard about a lot for when Brookings was really good a few years ago. He played for the Shamrocks this year. They did pick him up. and he played for about 3 weeks, maybe closer to 4, and then he left, and now he's playing in Canada.
So
he didn't get a lot of shots with the Shamrocks, but he did play for about 2-3 weeks, maybe even 4. And so it's kind of fun to see kids that play South Dakota hockey go on and try something further. And he did. And I think he still has a future in hockey, but at this point in time, it's in Canada.
Yeah, there's a couple of Hawaii Capitals that are playing the NA3HL teams, the Badlands Sabres, Rochester Grizzlies, also, of course, Carter Sanderson playing at the USHL level with the Muskegon Lumberjacks, and he's a guy that committed already to go to Notre Dame, Notre Dame, North Dakota.
Okay.
And I know you probably like to see him maybe be on the wearing the Minnesota Golden Gophers,
that'd be great.
But he is going to go to North Dakota and play in a couple years as well. So, yeah, we've seen this hockey be able to grow, and guys have been able to expand past the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association and been able to have success at the next level from South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association.
Well, and Tommy Foley's playing from Watertown over in Alexandria, playing in a league over there right now. The NAHL, of course, has 50 teams. Well, I shouldn't say 50 teams, 35 teams. They've been at it for 50 years, which is kind of surprising. But you're like every kid that when you get through playing high school hockey, you hope that you can go to the next level. And if you want to do that, you still love hockey, you still want to play it, you want to do that professionally to take that opportunity to see that you could maybe do it. You owe that to yourself. Otherwise, if you decide I'm not going to play hockey anymore, you always wonder, could I have played at the next level? And years go by, and then you wish that you had done something like that.
Well, it's a 1-0 lead for the Hawaii Capitals over the Watertown Lakers. We got one more commercial break. We'll come back with the second period coming up next. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, and Pierre, where exceptional customer service meets an incredible inventory lineup. Looking for your dream car? Our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. From dependable Fords to luxurious Lincolns and versatile Toyotas, we have something for every taste, need, and budget. Experience the difference with us today. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Walking together in faith, living together in faith, working together in faith, that's who we are.
Hi, this is Pastor Sam Hanschke. I hope that our athletes have an excellent and successful season. I pray that God would continue to richly bless them. I invite you to join me in praying for our athletes during the year.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for nearly 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732.
And for the second period here on Capital City Rock, as well as also on YouTube at the Watertown Lakers, the Premier Rink YouTube feed. John McClure alongside Jeff Anderson as we get ready to roll for our second period. And we are set to go between the Hawaii Capitals and the Watertown Lakers. 1-0 is their score. The American Family Insurance. Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard.
All right, and that sounds good. And of course, in Watertown's case, they're hoping there's more action down here at this end now, where Oahe was going after Watertown down there. Now Watertown hopes that there's more action down here than there is down there at the other end of the ring.
But the Capitals do have 1 minute and 40 seconds of a power play that gets started for this second period. So,
and that's when you want to take advantage of those opportunities 5-on-4 too.
Well, you said first period goals are killers to give up, or first minute of the period goals
the first 2 minutes
first
of each
2 minutes,
period, or the last 2 minutes.
You got to be strong on both ends of the period, and Dylan Dodson will have it for the Hawaii Capitals. Are underway here in the second. Dodson will carry it into the offensive zone. He'll back skate back at the blue line. He'll go across ice over to the near side where Beam will flutter one back over to Dodson. Walks in, that shot, and that one went off of a body and went wide. Aiden Beam now behind the nets. Beam will make his move around and get some free space. Go cross ice for Keegan Kitts, who starts to walk in. Now for Dodson, top of the face-off circle. That shot goes off of a stick into the netting, and we get our first whistle with 16:25 to go here in the second period, and 1:05 remaining on the power play.
It was probably 10, 15 years ago, maybe even longer, that they went from a 15-minute period to a 17-minute period.
You remember that still?
Yeah, in high school hockey. And then you go up to the next level, and of course they play 20-minute periods, like they do in college and the NHL.
Aiden Beam over with 50 seconds to go on the power play. It moved in. Dodson with a shot that goes off of a body, and it was left open, but no one there for the Capitals to try and stuff it in. Kids here to make that Parmley back to Dodson. That comes out of the zone, and a good defensive play by Jacob Holgate. Forced that puck out of the zone, but
still 30 seconds on the power play.
Loose stick, but it's picked back up by Elsher. Otherwise, the Capitals are going to have more of a 5-on-3 opportunity. This is at the blue line. Beam's able to hold it in. Plays it right off the top of the glass to keep it in the zone. 17 seconds to go. Beam another time to hold it in. Makes a move around Holgate. Walks in, and the traffic blocked the shot again. Caps with no shots on this power play, and it will take and come to an end as the puck comes out of the zone. Beam did a really good job, but we do get a whistle with the net off its moorings. With 5 seconds remaining on the power play, 15:25 to go in the second period. They do have one shot up there for the Caps in this period, so this will be one shot on goal for the Caps on this power play.
So power plays have not been a home advantage for either team.
And neither one.
Advantage.
We've had 2 power plays and only one shot combined between the two.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
And only if that one shot goes in do you say that that's good. Otherwise, if you go 0 for 2 with one shot, not too happy for those coaches. Here on the near side, where it's going to be picked up by the Watertown Lakers, but the Capitals, as we get back to 5-on-5, Logan Anderson will play it off to the far side boards. This will be sent all the way down. Jackson Youngworth's able to stick it over the corner, and now it's going to be picked back up by Logan Anderson. Anderson will move it up. Asher Vandenbos plays it off the boards to himself. Cross-ice pass between the legs of Melville to Landry Van Roekel, and up ahead for Anderson again. As Van Roekel, that will play it off the boards. Picked up by Schweitzer out top. There's a shot square away, but that one went wide of Nygaard. They say it did go on goal against Nygaard. Far side for Schweitzer again. He'll spin in the corner, trying to center one over. It's blocked by the Watertown Lakers, and the Lakers and Roberts lost the puck. Backhander, and a save made again by Nygaard. Might have been a little bit of a wet spot instead of the slick spot over there, because that puck just stayed in that one spot. This is knocked down by the Capitals, held in again. Bridger Babcock looking to create some offense, but it's moved up to the blue line where it's held in by the backhand of Keegan Kitts. That top line for the Capitals right back out on the ice, trying to pick up another goal. This will go off of a stick on a pass attempt, and then we get a whistle. Might have been played by a high stick. We get a whistle with 13:58 to go here in the second period. So both teams 0 for 1 in the power play. They have Coach Landon Badger for the team, the special teams coordinator. So he said, if things go wrong, we can blame Jaden Grease. Here's a shot by Beam and a save made. I'll continue with that here in just a moment, as I know Jaden Grease is watching right now. Aiden Beam at the blue line is able to hold it in, and it's played off to the Lakers, and Millen Evans walks in front, a backhander and a save made by Youngworth. Didn't get much of a shot. That was coming from Dornman. There's another chance, another save by Youngworth. He's made 2 saves in 15 seconds, where he made 2 saves in 17 minutes in the first period.
Those are probably the best 2 chances that Watertown's had.
Here's a pass that will come out of the zone as Millen Evans will have it another time. Back into the offensive end. Evans now still with it. And a good poke check from Beam. He had dropped down to a knee to try and block his shot. Then he poke checks it away from Evans. Played it over to Kitts, who knocked it down in his backhand behind his back. But Parmley couldn't pick it up and keep it moving. Now a pass from Cooper Beestrom. Parmley in the backhand. Plays it over to the Capitals bench, where it's knocked down by Watertown. And then they will ice the puck with 12:53 to go here in the second period. So Jaden Grease is the power play special teams coordinator, and for the Caps who go 0 for 2 or 0 for 1 with just 1 shot, Jaden Grease watching the game right now probably can't be too happy about it. But he's also the reason why he's not here right now. He's the baby duty, almost baby duty. It's the clock of almost becoming a dad.
Oh, congratulations! A little bit early.
So he is making sure that he is at home with his wife to be there for.
Which is where he should be.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And while he can have the game on Capital City Rock.
It's the greatest feeling there is in the world.
This will be moved around here to the near side. He has already texted me, and he appreciates the shout out. Not giving him any hard time right now, but had to throw that out there. I haven't said anything all season about it yet. I told him I was going to say it right in the first game of the year. Here's the Watertown Lakers at the blue line into the neutral zone. The Caps, Aiden Bowder will play it back. Moved around, and now it's brought in by Noldner.
A little more of an even Steven period here in the second so far.
Fanned on shot attempt, then play to the near side. And it's going to be moved up. Back in the neutral zone, sent right back in by Jake Root. It is Bridger Babcock behind the net. Jacob Holgate defending Babcock, trying to knock the puck free. Lyle Bonney on the near side, plays it up the boards, but it's turned over right at the blue line, held in. Melville to the backdoor feed, and it was kicked off the skates just wide. This is moved out of the zone. Now a chance for a breakaway. Owen O'Daniel moves in all alone on Nygaard. His forehand shot is stopped by Nygaard into the glove. And we get a whistle with 11:25 to go here in the second period.
Nygaard stayed with him. I kind of half expected Nygaard to come out and challenge him a little bit, but he stayed really where he's supposed to be. Didn't come out to the top of the crease or anything. He just stayed home.
He felt that O'Daniel was going to go to that forehand, picked the right side for him, O'Daniel, and made the glove save, and there was no rebound, as you saw on the replay. Here is Logan Anderson that has it here for the Capitals. That pass was blocked, comes out in front, but no one there for the Capitals. It's not out of the zone by Watertown. Had 2 players looking for the puck, and neither one of them picked it up. We'll come back here to the near side. 11:05 left to go here in the second period. A couple players tumbled down. Schweitzer was the one that took the brunt of all of that, and it's moved back in by Melville. To save made on the backhand by Youngworth, and we get a whistle with 10:56 to go here in the second period. So in 6 minutes, he has seen one more shot than he did in the first period.
Yes, and actually Watertown has outshot Oahe 3-2 so far in the second period.
So the Lakers, I'm going to call them the Arrows, Lakers are off to a much better start in this second period, and still only down 1-0 in the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard. Here's a pass for Elsher out in front, tipped around, and then knocked up by the stick of Youngworth over the top of the crossbar. Going Mull, a little juggling act. Mole, there's a penalty that's coming up against Watertown, and it will be an interference called against the Lakers, and that will send, I believe, Dornman to the penalty box for the interference.
Well, it puts Oahe on their second power play of the game. And puts Watertown down 1, of course. And they were just starting to get some momentum, and that's where a penalty will hurt you.
And Coach Jane Grease is sitting at home saying, all right, guys, let's get a power play goal. I want some credit for a power play goal here.
Even though I'm 4 hours away.
Interference was the call. So we are with 10:35 to go here in the second period. It is a second power play here for the Capitals. And this will be moved here to the near side, missing for Parmley. Caps had just one shot on that first power play. And this will come around. Youngworth will touch it, leave it for Aiden Beam. And then the pass comes to the near side for Dodson as he carries it into the neutral zone. 5-on-4 for the Capitals right now with 10 minutes to go here in the second period. Dodson gets back behind the net, lost the handle of the puck, but is supported by Triton Parmley. Roberts, though, that one's bouncing off of a couple players and comes out to the blue line where Beam's able to grab it. His pass over far side for Dodson. That shot saw all the way by Cole Nygaard, and he's able to make the save with 9:47 to go here in the second and 1:13 left in the power play.
Sometimes you wonder how that puck gets through all that traffic to the goalie.
And how goalies are able to see that so cleanly. That one on that replay looked a little bit easier for him to see. I say easier. I don't think there's no way I would get lucky to make any save if I was a goalie. I would just have to be in the right spot, and they'd have to hit me with the puck. I wouldn't be able to do anything to actually make the save.
That's how I pheasant hunt.
Here is Dylan Dodson on the far side, tied up. Jesse Eldridge to help support with 50 seconds to go here in the second period. As Dylan Dodson will move it back. My father-in-law had a pheasant run fly straight at him while he was pheasant hunting. So he got pretty lucky. Well, kind of lucky. He had to knock it down so it wouldn't fly into him. Here's Aiden Beam. His shot was blocked by the skate, and we moved all the way down.
They'll take out mirrors on a car nicely.
Boy. They do a lot of damage to cars.
Yes.
Here's Dylan Dodson.
Oh.
He's able to avoid a big check. He thought maybe a trip would have been called. But Jacob Holgate gets a piece of Dodson, didn't get a full hit on Dodson.
That would have been a big-time collision.
10 seconds to go in the power play. Bridger Babcock starts to move it up, but that will take care of the power play. So just one shot on goal again for the Caps on this power play. As it's here on the near side.
Think they might be working on that on Monday?
Well, hopefully, I guess it depends on how the rest of the weekend goes.
Yes.
But they're 0 for 2 right now with only 2 shots. Here's Millen Evans. He got tripped up. Play will continue. Watertown fans yell, but don't get a call. And now Logan Anderson, 2-on-3. He'll go cross corner as he dumps it in. Nygaard will play it over to the far side, to the near side corner. Richard Babcock tried his shot. That was blocked by a skate. And now it's Anderson looking to lift the stick and then tied up on the far side boards. That shot got through, but it went wide in front of the blue paint. Richard Babcock again with 7:50 to go here in the second period. This is chipped up, stays in the zone, and then sent down. Somehow stayed in play and not into the Capitals bench, but Ian Schweitzer will play it up for Babcock. The Capitals can start to move in 2-on-1. Looking to get it to Body in front. They did, but a good job by Jet Van Gilder to get back just in time to disrupt the stick of Bonnie in the shot attempt. Watertown Lakers get the puck out of the zone, but is played back in the neutral zone by Cooper Beestrom. That shot went up high on Youngworth, who's able to knock it down. Played it to the near side corner, and Logan Anderson will play it up, but that's going to be held in by Watertown. It played there by the Lakers, and now we're going to get a penalty coming up against the Capitals or the Lakers. I think it's going to be against the Lakers, or is it going to be 2 guys that are going to go? The Lakers touched the puck, and they blew the whistle.
One Pier player's going.
Yeah, so Anderson's going for the Caps. And are they going to take somebody else? Nope, it's just going to be an elbow.
So it'll be 4-on-4 here.
Well, it will be a power play.
Yes, it will.
An elbow against Anderson with 7:06 to go. And so Watertown had the puck, but the referee blew the play dead, which really just, irregardless, the Caps go with the penalty box, and it's a power play for the Watertown Lakers, a Pelican Power Sports power play. This will come in on Youngworth as it trickled down, and he'll make the save. Not really make a save, but just cover it up and get a whistle. With only 7 shots on goal right now for Watertown, you're like, yeah, go ahead, give me another save. I'll take it. Not a whole lot of shots against him right now. This is Landry Van Rokel off the boards. Played by the Watertown Lakers as they were able to hold it in as Evans trying to move it around. Now he's back behind the nets here on the near side in the corner. Evans, pass will go across. Held in the zone by the Watertown Lakers. This pass is going to be from Dorman for Evans. Puck is lost, and now Dodson will pick it up. Skates in front of his own blue paint. No one there for the Watertown Lakers, so it's a little less dangerous to do that at the time and send it all the way down. Coaches kind of maybe clutch their hands a little bit when your skater takes it in front of your own blue paint, but when no one's there for the Watertown Lakers, it becomes an easier play. Here's Elsher moving it in. He gets checked by Kitts. Now the puck is lost, and Dodson will go the other way to breakaway. Short-handed breakaway. Dodson scores!
Short-handed goal.
Beats him to the blocker side, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Hawaii Capitals. Didn't make a move, just took the shot right between the face-off circles, face-off dots. His 11th of the season. And it's 2-0.
And Watertown continues on the power play.
Yeah, still 59 seconds left to go.
You don't see many shorthanded goals. They are a thing of beauty.
Well, Coach Grease is a special teams coordinator, so that also includes the penalty kill. So we'll also give him credit for that shorthanded goal. There's a shot kicked away by Youngworth on the near side. Then a stick gets up in the air, and the puck will find its way out of play, and we'll get a whistle at 5:54 to go here in the second period. Face-off will be to the left of Youngworth. One shot on goal again so far on the power play for the Watertown Lakers with 49 seconds to go and 5:54 remaining in the second. You are listening to KCCR FM Blunt, a Riverfront broadcasting station. Watertown Lakers and miss a change. Maybe a little bit too late on some of those changes. Then Bridger Babcock off the face-off win didn't clear the puck as it bounced off of a Laker player. Then it's going to be held in by Van Gilder and Aiden Melville here on the near side. Fans on a shot. Plays it down though. Trying to go give and go back to Melville. Puck is still behind the cage here on the near side. That shot is roofed in over the top of Youngworth, and it goes into the netting by Melville. We get a whistle with 5:30 to go here in the second and 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Yeah, the puck's going to come out of the zone as it was not touched by Youngworth. 25 seconds to go here on the power play.
Well, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, it's been...
I hate to say it, but you wouldn't know it.
It has been with the goal scored by Dylan Dodson, the Caps have, at the worst, evened things out. If not, in the next 17 seconds, have ended up finding themselves ahead on this penalty kill. And with 10 seconds to go on the power play from behind their own end of the ice, puck was lost, then moved in by Jake Root. Cross-corner dump in. Eldridge back behind the net. Root again. Comes here to the near side, bouncing off the glass. Kitts sends it out of the zone just beyond the reach of Anderson. Dylan Dodson on the far side with that shorthanded goals. We're back to 5-on-5. This pass over, Kitts starts to move in, and that shot goes high as his stick was partially canceled out. But then when he got the chance for the shot, he put it high. Kitts will play it back over now for Eldridge. And he can't find the handle of the puck as it was right at the blue line. Still in the zone, bouncing off of Eldridge, so he's able to keep it in. And he'll play it around here to the near side where it's going to be picked up by Root another time. Held in by Bridger Babcock. That shot goes to the off of Nygaard as he's now made 20 saves in front, and a quick pass from Dodson and almost stuffed in by Kitts. Dodson back at the blue line as he's able to skate all the way across to the near side. Fights off of a check. Dodson on his forehand, moves around and can't swing it in as he gets knocked down, and his stick is tied up. Dodson might have been holding on to it a little bit. There is going to be a penalty coming up against the Capitals. I think it's going to be against Dodson for holding the stick as it comes all the way down, and it will be touched up by the Capitals. A hold is called against Dylan Dodson. And it's going to be the third power play now for Watertown. 3:44 to go here in the second period. And Dodson was trying to fight through the check, get knocked down, and while he had the hold of, or he was trying to keep his hands in tight, he ended up having that stick there and didn't really let go, and where the referee saw that, he got called for holding the stick. Here is a shot by Evans. That was blocked, friendly fire, as it hit the man in front in Cohen Mole. Late near side. This is wrapped around the boards, but held in. Evans fanned on it, and it comes out of the zone. Millen Evans picks it back up in the neutral zone. Right at center ice, plays it back, and Jack Elsher will move it in. Elsher trying to go right between everybody. He does. Save made by Youngworth, and then flipped out of the zone by the Capitals.
Elsher's grandpa's here watching the game tonight.
Boy, Grandpa almost was pretty happy about that that goal by Elsher, because he went through all four guys for the Capitals. The only man he didn't beat was the goalie. 3 minutes to go here in the second period. This is moved back in by Evans, and he roofs it just over the shoulder. Under the bar and in. And Millen Evans makes it 2-1 to the power play.
Watertown has a little more giddy up in their step now.
14th goal of the season for Millen Evans. And that was, I wouldn't say a
Millen Evans, number 10.
Where Youngworth had his shoulder at the post and was able to just flip it right over it. This will be here on the near side, or it's grabbed by the Watertown Lakers and moved back in. 2-1 now. The American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. Holgate's shot attempt, that was blocked by the Capitals. Bridger Babcock now. He'll play it around the boards on the far side corner where Bowder will pick it up. Up but not out. Knocked down by the stick, and now it'll come out of the zone by the Capitals. Landry Van Rokel plays it back in the neutral zone, and from the red line a dump in. That one's off the blocker and pad of Youngworth on the right side. And on that far side, falling to the ice, trying to make a diving pass was Noldner. And then that was flipped up, and it ends up going off the glove of Youngworth. That was coming from Wyatt Briggs, his teammate. And then there's a big reverse hit. There's a shot and a glove save made by Youngworth, though Daniel and Noldner ran into each other in a reverse hit with 1:56 to go.
Getting a little more physical.
Yeah, there's that goal on the replay from Evans, who just went right over the top of the shoulder, right shoulder of Youngworth. Makes it a 2-1 game. So here is now Keegan Kitts as they'll flip it into the zone with 1:50 to go here in the second period. This pass will come back around to the far side. Dodson will pick it up in the corner. He gets checked off the puck. Down to 1:35 to go here in the second. This is a big final 2 minutes, final minute and a half of this second period. Play continues as it's moved into the zone by Melville. Melville with a shot that goes wide at Youngworth. Comes here near side where Kitts will pick it up, but can't clear the zone. Played back. That one bounced off the boards to the unliking of Melville. Comes back over his way on the far side corner, where it's flipped by Beam, but knocked down by the Lakers. Dodson flips it up. That's held in again on that far side by Sutton. And now it's a quick 2-on-1 potentially developing, but a good stick lift there from Beam to cancel out Roberts' chance of a pass or a shot. Eldridge pass is blocked down. It's moved back in. Dornman, his pass out top. Elsher fans on it, never found the puck. He was looking at the goal, but didn't shoot the puck on goal. Here's Mole. Centers one over. It's in front. Diving save by Youngworth, and then flipped wide of the net. Couple players are all tumbled down. There's a shot that's blocked. Dodson will go back the other way. Chance for a 2-on-1. Dodson with a shot and a save made. And no rebound, and we get a whistle with 26 to go here in the second period. What a wild sequence in front of Youngworth on the other end of the ice. A couple of shots in there, and I really don't know how the puck ended up going wide. I'm assuming that Youngworth made the save, kind of blocked, even though he's right down from us. It was kind of blocked to see if he actually made the first initial save. This is turned over. Ian Schweitzer plays it out top. Capitals with 15 seconds. That one will be turned over to the Lakers, although Bridger Babcock was able to knock it away from Watertown, and it's going to be offside with 9.2 to go.
Much better second period than the first.
Yeah,
the tempo has really picked up.
The Lakers are out shooting the Capitals 10 to make that 12-10 in this second period. And they've scored a power play goal to make it a 2-1 game. Down to the final 4 seconds of this second period. Caps will have it just like they started, a 1-goal lead, but it is 2-1 on American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. As the goals in that period, Dylan Dodson scored with 6:10 to go in the second, but Millen Evans made it 2-1, the power play goal, with 2:54 remaining in the second period. So that is where we stand through 2 periods. We'll come back on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports with our second intermission report coming up after this.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pier and Fort Pier communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation and Pier and Fort Pier. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Pizza Ranch of Fort Pier is a proud supporter of the Oahe Capitals hockey. Bring your crew to the ranch. We have hot buffet options, including legendary pizza, the country's best chicken, savory sides, nutritious salads, and delicious desserts. Perched right on the river, our Fort Pier Pizza Ranch is only minutes away from the South Dakota State Capitol building and from the Expo Center, home of the Oahe Capitals. The Pizza Ranch in Fort Pier. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pier. Zander's has been servicing the Pier area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pier or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pier First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for nearly 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
And we welcome you back here to the Prairie Lakes Ice Arena as we continue our second intermission reports. It is a 2-1 lead in the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. John McClure alongside Jeff Anderson as Logan Anderson scored the first goal of the game with 11:40 to go. Ian Schweitzer and Asher Vandenbos got the assist. Dylan Dodson made it 2-0, a shorthanded goal with 6:10 to go. That made it a 2-0 game, and then with 2:54 remaining, Millen Evans on the power play from Jack Elsher and Bailey Dornman will get the 2 assists to make it 2-1. And Jeff, you mentioned it right before the end of the period. Much better second period for the Watertown Lakers in that second.
I kind of felt like both teams were going through the motions a little bit in that first period, and they've really picked up their play on both sides, if you will, in that second period, which is good to see because both these teams, I don't think, showed a lot in that first period. They're showing a lot more skill, a lot more desire in the second period than they did the first, and I think it's a much cleaner game and a much closer game, which is good to see for both. Just because we talked about at the beginning, this is that time of year you want to be playing your best hockey, or at least thinking that way. Don't make too many turnovers in your own zone. Don't get too many penalties. Yep. Don't shoot yourselves in the foot. And at times they do that. And of course, their power plays were not working with much efficiency in that first period. And the second period a little bit better as far as that's concerned. But I'm sure the coaches would say we can do a lot better than that. So that's something you want to work on.
You know, and how big of a game this is, and maybe both coaches were not trying to talk up how big this game is, but I think they're, you know, if you're looking at the standings, I think both coaches are saying that there's no chance that we can't say that this is not a big game to our players because they know how important it is. But it felt like they were trying to not make a mistake in that first period and really kind of settle in a little bit. And then once the Capitals got that first goal or started to get more shots on goal, you could really see them kind of open things up where the Lakers were still a little bit more timid, didn't want to make the mistakes, which then leads you to making more mistakes. And in that second period, the Lakers looked more comfortable, like you said, and both teams looked more comfortable and more relaxed in that second period.
More relaxed and probably having a lot more fun. And let's face it, when you're out here playing hockey, you want to have fun. If you have fun, you're going to do things you're supposed to do.
Absolutely,
and a lot of this stuff has to become second nature. You don't have to think about it; you've got to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and you've played as long as a lot of these kids have. It becomes second nature in a lot of ways, but you don't think about what you're trying to do so much. Just get out there and play hockey and play smart.
Well, as a lot of coaches would say to their players, your problem was you were thinking.
Yeah.
We don't need that. We don't need you to think on this team. That's usually what got me in trouble, too, as I started thinking. That was a big problem.
Well, and when you stop to think about it, then you're pausing, you're taking time to do so. And you're not reacting.
Some of it is in good fun of saying it. Some of it there is truth to it too. Saying if you start thinking, that's when you start to slow things down. Where it's got to be second nature to you, where you don't have to think about it. But it is a 24-14 leads for the Capitals in shots on goal. But it was the Watertown Lakers that outshot the Capitals make that 12-10 in the second period. And of course, both teams scoring that one goal to make it 2-1. So far, the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. I mean, these two teams are playing some pretty good hockey. If I know the Lakers are going to play Aberdeen tomorrow, and the Capitals will play Brookings and then Brandon Valley. If both these teams play like they are right now, especially how that second period was, they're going to be in and a chance to win these next games going over the next 2 days.
Well, and both goalies have kept their teams in it. Both goalies are giving their teams a chance to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what you want.
And the Capitals, again, tomorrow night, we'll tell you, coverage starts at 7:40 and 8 o'clock, puck drop between the Caps and the Brookings Rangers. And then on Sunday, we'll have coverage at 12:40 with a 1 o'clock puck drop between the Capitals and the Brandon Valley Ice Cats.
You picked a cold weekend to go around the state and do hockey.
Boy, you know, when you say that you're going to go into the ice rinks. Now this one's a little bit different, but you think about the old Watertown.
The old Mace.
Yeah, when you went into the Mace and you're saying I'm going into the Mace to warm up. That's usually not a bad. That's not usually not a good sign. That's what it's going to be like the rest of the weekend. Now the Larson Ice Center in Brookings, that's fairly warm too. The Iceplex is pretty warm, so for the most part, I'm going to the three warmest places in the state, really, for hockey. Aberdeen's in there too. But overall, you're going into places to be warmer than you are outside. Also, there is one other game going on. We'll tell you that here in just a second. Brookings and Sioux Falls East playing right now. Again, Watertown's playing in Aberdeen tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Brandon Valley is technically hosting Sioux Falls East at 7:15 tomorrow night, although they're playing in the Iceplex in Sioux Falls. The Capitals and Rangers are playing at 8 o'clock. Rushmore is hosting Huron at 8:30. That's the first Rushmore game since about midway point of December. They've had an entire month between South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association games, but they're 6-0 on the season. So the one score to tell you about, it is a 2-1 lead for the Brookings Rangers over Sioux Falls East right now, as Brookings took a 2-1 lead in that second period with the goal by Jay Harris. So Cooper Deathridge and Jake Harris have both goals for the Brookings Rangers, where it is a one goal so far for Sioux Falls East. Ryan Fenton has gotten that goal for Sioux Falls East. We can check the girls varsity side of things. The Capital girls, they're off for the rest of they're off this weekend. They will return to action next Saturday when they will take on Aberdeen in Aberdeen. We'll have that for you on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Sioux Falls was in action against Sioux Center. They had a lead against them, but we'll tell you all the scores from around the state for Sioux Falls, or for the girls varsity. And that is the only game. It's a 5-1 lead now for Sioux Falls over Sioux Center, as that is, I believe, into the third period now. It is closing in towards the end of that game, as Brianna Marvici has got a goal. Emma Honner, Aniston Murray, Lucy Nelson, and Hallie Watson have all scored. Jordan Wasman has scored for Sioux Center. And that is the only game for girls varsity today. And coming up the rest of the weekend for girls varsity, Aberdeen will be in Sioux Falls to take on the Flyers both Saturday and Sunday. Aberdeen girls, Jeff, have lost 3 in a row to this point, and they're playing undefeated Sioux Falls tomorrow and on Sunday. So there's a chance by the time that they would play, and they're playing Brookings next Friday, they've lost two of those 3 games in a row to Brookings. So there is a chance that when the time the Capitals face them on that Saturday next weekend, that they could have lost 6 in a row, depending on how things go this weekend and the start of next weekend.
Does the coach still have a job?
I think he still's got a job. Their goalie Chloe Vikander got hurt, so she has been out for a while. So and she has been their backstop for years and has been very, very good. So an injury has kind of I wouldn't say set them back, but has given given Brookings wins or Mitchell wins, but has hurt them a little bit more than maybe other teams with injuries. But of course, with that goalie, it's such a big loss to have. We got to have one more break here. We got to get to the commercial break. We got to come back with the third period. Coming up next, Capitals lead at 2-1 over Watertown. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net. Pizza Ranch of Fort Pierre is a proud supporter of the Oahe Capitals hockey. Bring your crew to the ranch. We have hot buffet options, including legendary pizza, the country's best chicken, savory sides, nutritious salads, and delicious desserts. Perched right on the river, our Fort Pierre Pizza Ranch is only minutes away from the South Dakota State Capitol building and from the Expo Center, home of the Oahe Capitals. The Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time to review your insurance coverage with Becky Pospa, your local State Farm agent. Whether it's your first apartment, your forever home, your farm, or your family's legacy, Becky's team in Pierre and Gregory is here to protect what matters most. Personal touch, unbeatable customer service, and coverage you can trust. Schedule your consultation today with Pottsville State Farm. Call 605-224-4173 or visit insuredwithbecky.com. That's Becky with an I. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, and Pierre, where exceptional customer service meets an incredible inventory lineup. Looking for your dream car? Our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. From dependable Fords to luxurious Lincolns and versatile Toyotas, we have something for every taste, need, and budget. Experience the difference with us today. Capital City Ford, Lincoln. Caps might have got away with one that time, but the play will continue. This will be flipped at the blue line, but not all the way in the zone by Keegan Kitts. And now Dorman will send it back over. And Millen Evans, his shot save made by Youngworth. And it'll come back out of the zone, and it'll be played over as it's moved over. I apologize for those that are watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports, as trying to get the sound moved back. I forgot to unmute the mic on our side.
I see.
I knew I was going to make a mistake somewhere along the way, and that's on my end. I apologize. I had about 5 people text me saying, hey, there's no audio, and then I realized as my watch kept going off, thinking, why is everybody texting me right now? But now we're back and ready to go.
Hey, 18 days into the month?
Right. Well,
and your first mistake? That's pretty good.
Well, I don't think that would be. There's offside by the Capitals. Let's see, it's 18 days. That means that's 17 days. That means we're about, probably triple, quadruple that, and there's the amount of mistakes being made.
I doubt it.
15-13 to go here in the third period. I appreciate everybody texting me and keep making my phone, my watch go off, so I eventually knew that something was not right. As here is on the nearest side, where it's going to be played by Jacob Holgate. I'll make that by Jet Van Gilder. And now it's Logan Anderson who tried to wrap around chance. Now we get a whistle with the net off his moorings.
That was a loose puck right out in front of Nygaard.
Face-off will be to the right of Nygaard.
Sometimes the goalie will do that on purpose, just to get a break in the action.
Well, and there's a couple times where maybe some referees will not award that or not think highly of that when that happens. Face-off will be at the blue line where it's back in by the Capitals. Bouncing off the goal. That one took a hard ricochet away from Nygaard. Keegan Kitts was over there. He wasn't thinking that puck was going to bounce back in front of the goal like it did. Here's Millen Evans, who's got the goal for the Lakers, as it's pushed back in by Colin Mole. 14 goals in the season now for Evans. He'll find the puck on the far side, make to the near side. Far away from us on the other end of the ice, but it's now taken back by the Capitals, and it's Trayden Parbley that will push it into the zone. Not deep into the zone. Puck will come right back out. Kitts will wait and flip it back in, but again, it does not get deep as it's knocked by the glove of Elsher. Jack Elsher with his 11 points in the season. Moves it up ahead for the Watertown Lakers. That one is touched along by Evans into the zone, so there is no icing. Lakers are able to make the change as Evans is still in the attacking end.
And Elsher's in his third year of playing varsity hockey.
3-on-2 developing here. This will be Dylan Dodson. Tried a toe drag move. It got the shot away. That bounced right into the glove of Nygaard. We get a whistle with 13:40 to go here in the third period.
Odd man rush there that time.
A good stick from Colton Sutton to slow up Dylan Dodson.
Well, when you have a guy like Dodson on the ice, you have to be aware of your Watertown, where he is at all times.
Face-off will be won by the Watertown Lakers as it's moved along by Jorgensen. Out of the zone, all the way down, but not far enough for an icing. Aiden Beam will grab it here in his own end of the ice for the Capitals. He'll spin a circle around a Watertown Laker. Moved along by Odo Daniel, but it was blocked, and it'll come back to Cooper Beestrom, who will send it across now for Beam. That bouncing puck, he's able to move it back over. The Caps try to bring it in by Lyle Bonney, but unable to. Or it's grabbed again by the Lakers. Jet Van Gilder looking to attack. His centering pass. That one's knocked away by the stick of Youngworth. And then a man goes down to the far side boards as he got knocked down and then slid into it was Bonney. And then as it comes on the far side, that pass in front, that's blocked away by the Capitals. Good defensive play for Oahe. And now we'll get a whistle, and we'll have two players that will end up going as O'Daniel is coming off the ice. He had dropped his stick, but also Jake Root and O'Daniel are both going to go for a penalty, I believe.
So 4-on-4 hockey here for the next 2 minutes.
I think they'll keep it 5-on-5.
Okay.
You still got the NAHL thought
That
process,
could be.
NHL process,
yeah.
Well, they'll keep things 5-on-5 with 12:48 to go.
Well, when you get into overtime in the NHL, it's 3-on-3.
I wouldn't mind having...
And then, of course, if it's still tied, then you go to a shootout.
I wouldn't mind having a 3-on-3 overtime. I would be okay with doing away with ties. Here's a pass in front, a shot, they score! Kosuski ties the game up at 2. His 4th of the season. Puck came right out in front, and with 12:31, Watertown has got this game tied. Brand new hockey game, Jeff.
Brand new hockey game.
As this will be moved here for Colton Sutton. Back in. Husky will get the goal, and Roberts will get the assist. And so we are tied at 2 here early on of this third period. Dylan Dodson at the blue line. He starts to walk it in. That shot is sticked away by Nygaard. Eldridge trying to get to the front. Trayden Parbley, he took a little bit of swat with his stick, and he's going to be careful. A little bit, the tensions are starting to build a little bit more. And this is where you can't take a bad penalty. You have to keep your head on your shoulder. Yeah,
yep.
You have to play smart in this situation. And any bad penalty that is taken away from the puck, you're not trying to keep a scoring chance or a breakaway or whatever it might be, there are some good penalties that you can take. Here's an icing call with 11:49 to go here in the third period. Maybe not so much good penalties, but there are some plays that coaches will say, well, you shouldn't have got beat, but you were able to recover enough to give us a chance on the penalty kill. But those plays of losing your cool are the ones. Here's a delay or a false start on the referee on the face-off drop.
Even they make mistakes.
Face-off to the right of Nygaard. I'll leave that one alone. Face-off will be won by the Watertown Lakers. Right off the glass. It'll be moved over to Millen Evans. 2-2 is our score. 11:35 to go in the third period. Evans starts to move in. Good defensive play by Dylan Dodson. And he'll try and stretch the pass over for Kitts, but it was a diving stop by Elsher as he'll move it back in and swing it into the zone. That's a heck of a defensive play from Jack Elsher. Otherwise, Kitts had a breakaway. 11:15 remaining here in the third period. Behind the net, picked up by the Capitals as it's moved here to the far side. We're going to get a penalty coming up against Watertown. Kitts will swing it into the zone. Youngworth was off to the bench, touched up by Nygaard, and we get a whistle. And the Watertown Lakers will go on the PK. The Caps will have the power play, their third one. And it is a roughing call against Dornman. And that's his second penalty. Watertown is 1 for 3 on the man advantage.
Now, do you do they toss you after 3?
They toss you after 3.
Okay, that stayed the same.
We'll see if the Capitals can go 1 for 3 in the power play. They'll give them the lead back. Here is Beam, starts to walk it in. Never got a real good shot, but it was tipped on goal. Nygaard made the save. Here is Donson's chance. That goes off the stick and up off the advertisement right above the glass. So we get a whistle with 10:53 to go here in the third period. And Devin Dodson over there, Corbin Beestrom, Callie Rinksmeyer. Both Dodson and Beestrom, former Hawaii Capital players. Almost right up towards their head.
And still 1:51 to go in the power play for the Oahe Capitals.
Not sure what the delay might have been, but making sure everything is okay. We're back to hockey as Parmley off the face-off win. Leaves it for Dylan Dodson. Plays it back over now for Kitts. Cross-ice pass for Beam. Beam starts to walk it in. That shot that was blocked and then cleared away by Watertown. Dylan Dodson back behind the nets. 10:25 to go. Here's Kitts that will touch it along for Dylan Dodson, but again, Millen Evans is there to send it all the way down the ice. 1:10 to go here in the power play. 10:10 to go in the third period. Kitts moves it in. Kitts behind the nets. They're going to set the power play up. Pass out to Eldridge off of his skate. Backhander in front, but Parmley wasn't ready for it. Now Kitts will keep it in the zone. Dodson, that shot got through and a save made by Nygaard. Back behind the net. In front, another shot and a save made by Nygaard. In tight was Parmley, but didn't have the angle. Beam, a nice move to keep it away. There's a shot. I think that was blocked as well. Beam on the far side. Pass over. Kitts one-timer, didn't get all of it, and it's swallowed up by Nygaard. And a whistle with 36 seconds to go. And both Owen O'Daniel and Jake Root will come out of the penalty box.
Shots have favored Oahe now. It's back out to 32-17 shots on goal. At one time, it was down to about 9. The last 6 shots have been taken by the Capitals.
8-3 this period, but it's 1-0 in this period for Watertown. As it's tied 2-2. This is up the blue line. That's out of the zone. Now a race for the puck. Bridger Babcock trying to win the race to it. He's able to poke it away. But now he gets run into by the goal scorer, Kasuski, that tied the game up at 2-2.
17 seconds on the power play yet.
Schweitzer tried to move it in to trying to move forward. There's a shot that could have been a penalty coming up against the Capitals. Vandenbosch started to lose his edge and took Sutton into the boards with him. Power play will come to an end. Capitals are 0 for 3 on the man advantage as we're back to 5-on-5. 9 minutes to go here in the third period. Still tied 2-2. American Family Insurance, Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. Logan Anderson plays it back behind the cage. Capitals have delayed offside, so Schweitzer has to retreat as Van Gilder will move it up. This will be tipped into the zone by Evans and maybe off the stick of Van Roekel as well. And Aiden Beam will grab it. Comes here near side. That one went too far off the boards for Dodson. Then Van Gilder up to the blue line, held in by Beam. Around it comes here to the near side. As Kitts is able to poke it away. Dodson played up, pinching in. Beestrom's able to hold it in. Trying to knock it down was Kitts. Comes free as Parmley off the interception. Wrapping around the boards back to Beestrom at the near side point. That shot got tipped through and a save made by Nygaard. Still in the zone. Beestrom able to cancel out one stick, but now Mole will take it away. 2-on-2 going in. Over.
Nice
Evans.
pass.
The shot save is made. Make that by Dornman. The save made by Youngworth that keeps it a 2-2 tie.
That was a nice play. Didn't result in a goal, but it was a nice play.
The back skating Dylan Dodson couldn't get there in time. Dorman got the shot attempt. Now Dodson did keep Dorman from going to his backhand. But a great job by Mole to get the pass leading forward for Dorman, where only he could get it, or he stayed on side. That was really good play all the way around from both offensive, defensive side of things. That face-off win, that puck is to the side of the net and goes back behind the cage. Everybody was on the ice trying to figure out where the puck was going to. There's a pass, and there's a shot in front. The puck is still loose, and it will be moved away by the Capitals. And it's flung out of the zone, tipped along by Wyatt Briggs. Back out of the neutral zone. Bridger Babcock's pass, that goes off of a skate. Then Babcock will poke check it back out of the zone. Moved along by O'Daniel, who sidesteps a check that was coming from Noldner. And it was 7:20 to go here in the third period. It's moved back behind the nets. Jesse Eldridge here for the Capitals. We'll try the other side on the near side. That pass, that tough check. Still moved along. And it's now out of the zone.
He blew a tire.
And Wyatt Briggs will blow a tire, and it's now moved back along by the Watertown Lakers. Capitals in the midst of a change, but they're able to pick the puck back up. Bridger Babcock will move it back in on side. Threw it in front of both Asher Vandenbosch and Ian Schweitzer. Out to the blue line, Van Roekel can't hold it in. He'll have to pass it back over for Beam, who will calmly play it. Then his pass almost was intercepted, but he had just enough bounce on it to get it over the stick of Roberts. And it's back in here for the Lakers. Break that for the Capitals. Anderson's pass is broken up by Van Gilder with 6:25 to go in the third period. And Jet Van Gilder off into the offensive end. He'll play it around the boards. Never got a good angle for a shot. Comes here for Schweitzer on the near side, and the only one there. But his pass can be intercepted. Backhander keep it in the zone, and Beam will let it play to the corner. Make sure he didn't tip that on net in front of Youngworth. Bouncing puck. Beam has it again, plays it off the glass. It's going to go just past Nygaard for an icing, and we get a whistle.
5:58 in regulation time's now getting to be a factor.
Jim Lloyd says Concordia got a 3-2 win tonight, and he is
good for them.
Listening at the tail end of this hockey game. And I'll say it again, Jim Lloyd didn't pull you out of retirement. Only I was able to pull you out of retirement. You might find yourself back up here in a couple weeks, less than 2 months in the boys state tournament.
Well, that would be fun to get together with you two again.
Put you on the air.
That was fun. I enjoyed those years.
You got to make sure you bring your headset.
Yeah.
This will be
and my voice.
Sutton to move up for Evans, but missed that pass. The Capitals hold it in the zone. As it's now Cooper Beestrom that will play to the corner for Keegan Kitts. That pass is off the stick of Parmley, off the skate of Parmley. And it's moved back around where Cooper Beestrom at the blue line trying to hold it in. He was falling to the ice, was able to throw it towards the net. Comes to the corner on the far side. Played back behind the cage for Parmley. He gets knocked away from the puck just enough. The Lakers trying to chip it out of the zone, unable to. And now it's moved along to Millen Evans. 2-on-2 coming to the Lakers into the zone. Evans is waiting, and that pass goes behind in for Dorman. 5 minutes to go here in the third period. Final 5 minutes of regulation. 2-2 our score. This is big points to have. And for one of these teams, if they can find a way to get those 2 points in regulation, would be even bigger. This is now moved along for Asher Vandenbos. At the blue line, is able to push it in the zone. Didn't get it deep, though. Puck is still sitting at the blue line, or it's eventually grabbed, but the Arrows, as they're making a change, or the Lakers, making a change. Van Gilder will have it for Watertown. Back to Jesse Eldridge. Vandenbos lost the puck. Started to come out in front for Noldner, but he's never got a shot attempt. At the blue line is held in. Puck going to the net was blocked by the Capitals. That pass is off of a stick and then flipped away by Schweitzer, moving over, and is pushed in by Asher Vandenbos. Logan Anderson looking to find a chance to try and center one, but a good play from Van Gilder. Slow him up just enough, and that pass is intercepted by Schweitzer, and then that one's broken up, and now a chance going the other way for Jake Root. Goes all the way in, but he never got full handle of the puck, and he got all the way to Youngworth before he got a shot attempt. He was able to stick that one away, and the Capitals now have it back in the offensive end. And there's a big check in front of the Watertown student section, and gets the Laker fans excited about that one. Comes back here to the near side. Landry Van Rokel is able to keep it away, but now it's tied up with Aiden Melville. 3:25 to go. Melville sneaks away with it. Backhand pass was blocked by Kitts. In the corner, still on the near side. Melville trying to center one another time. Puck keeps finding his stick, but he never gets a centering pass that will work. Eventually comes out of the zone. Cross-ice pass. Kitts will swing it into the zone as he'll go and chase. Elsher behind the net. Lost the puck to Parmley. Dodson took a tough angle shot. Save is made. The rebound was right in front, and it was cleared away by the Watertown Lakers. Millen Evans. He is being leaned on by Dylan Dodson, and he goes down, and then Evans with another quick shot to Dodson. There's a shot by Mole that will go wide. Back out for Sutton. That chance swallowed up by Youngworth, and we get a whistle with 2:43 to go here in the third period.
Well, still a 2-2 hockey game, 2:43 left. 34-20 shots on goal favoring Oahe, but it's a 2-2 hockey game. That's where it counts the most.
6-6 in shots this period between these two teams. Face-off is won by the Watertown Lakers. That shot got all the way through, and Youngworth makes the save. It might have been redirected, and there was a lot of Watertown fans that kind of got almost stood up thinking that shot was going to go in.
I think Youngworth thought that too.
Boy, that was a heck of a save. That was tipped. Boy, that was a great redirected shot by Roberts, but a better save by Youngworth. This will be sent into the zone as Logan Anderson's able to play it here to the near side. With the first one to pick it up is Sutton with 2:20 to go here in the third period. Aiden Beam will turn with it. Now back, Ian Schweitzer. Flipped by Asher Vandenbos. Now Sutton will pick it back up. And Sutton moves into the offensive end. Trying to move around Cooper Beestrom. Sutton back behind the net looking to try and center one. Trying to push it back to the point. Goes off the referee. Got the puck back. Now we'll play it down. This pass will come out for Elsher, but he fails on the shot attempt with 1:50 to go. This one's turned over. And now a chance back the other way for Dylan Dodson. Dodson stays on his skates, but he can't get a shot away. The puck stayed right on the left pad of Nygaard. Make that the right pad of Nygaard.
1:37.
This becomes an even more intense last 90 seconds of the hockey game. Both teams don't want to give up that goal. Both teams are looking for that potential game-winning goal. Evans will dump it in all the way with 1:20 to go here in the third period. And so he moved up inside the neutral zone. Shot from the blue line goes wide from Eldridge. Elsher now is picked up here by Kitts, that one off of Nygaard, and he's able to cover it up. Kitts thought that puck was going to go in as well with 1:04 remaining here in the third period.
Nice pass from Gretzky's office to the guy right in the slot, and he couldn't quite convert.
Yeah, it goes off of Nygaard, who was looking the other way when that puck hit him, but he was able to cover that puck up with 1:04 to go here in the third period. A timeout will be taken by the Hawaii Capitals. And this is, for both these teams, you know, they want to win in regulation right now. One, because it helps you out, getting those 2 points to the team that's either above you, right above you in the standings, or below you in the standings getting 0. But also they play tomorrow.
Yes.
And then for the Caps, they also play Sunday.
Yes.
So to start your weekend on an overtime game may not be what you want to see for the rest of the weekend, because it might slow you down an extra step. So these last minute and 4 seconds, and not that Coach Badger's saying, hey, we're going to go for the win. Listen, we don't care if we don't win this game in regulation, or if we lose the game in regulation. He's not going to say that. But he's drawn up a play saying, off his zone face-off,
yes.
Let's go win this in regulation right now.
Yes.
And same for the side of the Watertown Lakers. You're not so much just playing for overtime, but you're saying that we can't try and go and get that game-winning goal with inside the offensive zone for the Hawaii Capitals.
He's made a total of 34 saves in this game so far.
Face-off is dropped and won by the Watertown Lakers. Up to the blue line, held in by Eldridge. Final minute of regulation. This is on the far side corner. This pass is broken up. Donson's able to knock it down. Donson on his backhand. Centers one out in front when it went off of the side of the net. Out to the blue line. That's held in again by Kitts. Held in another time by Babcock, but it does come out of the zone. And then turned over in the neutral zone to Millen Evans. 35 seconds to go in regulation. Evans back in the offensive end, trying to center one out. Here's a chance for Elsher with a shot. They score! With 28.9 to go, Jack Elsher makes it a 3-2 lead for Watertown. His 4th goal of the season. To the blocker side of Youngworth. And now the Caps, with their timeout already taken, they've got to get Youngworth off the ice quickly because they've got to find a goal in 28.9.
Outshot 36-22, down 2-0. And the Lakers have come back to grab the lead.
This will be sent all the way in with 23 seconds to go. Caps have to go down the ice quickly here. Youngworth, we'll see him skate off the ice as he starts to move up.
Pull him. Nope,
the Capitals can't get the puck in the zone with 12 seconds to go. It's now Aiden Beam with 10 seconds. See, the Capitals can get one more shot. They sent it in offside. It was touched by Mole, and with the delayed offside, the game's going to come to an end, and the Watertown Lakers are going to steal one late in this game and beat the Hawaii Capitals 3-2 tonight here at the Prairie Lakes Ice Arena. Game-winning goal for Jack Elsher. His 4th.
Jack Elsher, number 22.
We'll come back with the post-game show after this. The Hawaii Capitals fall tonight 3-2 on American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard. Back with the post-game on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
You've been. Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net. Pizza Ranch of Fort Pierre is a proud supporter of the Oahe Capitals hockey. Bring your crew to the ranch. We have hot buffet options, including legendary pizza, the country's best chicken, savory sides, nutritious salads, and delicious desserts. Perched right on the river, our Fort Pierre Pizza Ranch is only minutes away from the South Dakota State Capitol building and from the Expo Center, home of the Oahe Capitals. The Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time to review your insurance coverage with Becky Pospa, your local State Farm agent. Whether it's your first apartment, your forever home, your farm, or your family's legacy, Becky's team in Pierre and Gregory is here to protect what matters most. Personal touch, unbeatable customer service, and coverage you can trust. Schedule your consultation today with Pospa State Farm. Call 605-224-4173 or visit insuredwithbecky.com. That's Becky with an I. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, and Pierre, where exceptional customer service meets an incredible inventory lineup. Looking for your dream car? Our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. From dependable Fords to luxurious Lincolns and versatile Toyotas, we have something for every taste, need, and budget. Experience the difference with us today. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Discover the difference with Kathy Sunshine Properties. With 50 years of experience in their local expertise, both as agents and neighbors, Kathy and her team are here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, the trusted professionals at Kathy Sunshine Properties will listen to your needs and help you find the perfect fit.
Join the countless satisfied clients who have turned their real estate dreams into reality. Go Caps!
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120. And we welcome you back here to the Prairie Lakes Ice Arena. John Wickler alongside Jeff Anderson. You are listening to KCCR FM Blunt, a Riverfront broadcasting station. A goal in the final minute, final 30 seconds of this game. Jack Elsher got his fourth of the season and gets the game winner as Oahe was up 2-0 midway point and a little bit past the halfway point of the hockey game. It took a 2-0 lead on a shorthanded goal from Dylan Dotson. But then Millen Evans, Colton Kasuski, and Jack Elsher all scored to get a 3-2 win. And, Jeff, that's a monumental win for the Watertown Lakers and a really tough loss to start the weekend for the Capitals.
It really is, and maybe the biggest goal that Jack Elsher's ever had in his young career.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a junior, and he's played 3 years varsity, if I'm not mistaken, and so that's great for him. That'll give him a lot of confidence. But the way things started out here, way Oahe had a 14-2. They outshot him in the first period, had a 2-0 lead at one point in this game. 1-0 after one and 2-0. It was kind of amazing that Watertown came back and won this. But they did, and they were outshot at one point 36-20.
Yeah, it ended up being 36-22 in total at the end of that game. And you can talk about that last-minute goal against, and that will be looked at for a lot of what the Oahe Capitals will look back on and say, hey, we should have done this, should have done that, whatever it might be. I think the biggest thing for the Watertown Lakers in winning this game, and what the Capitals probably want to say is, we got to take advantage of turnovers.
Yes.
Watertown turned the puck over in their own end of the ice numerous times. Too many times to any coach's liking, but the Caps had just one goal in that first period. Credit Cole Nygaard. Yes. Nygaard deserves a lot of credit for it, but the Caps on the other side have to say we got to find a way to beat him. If we're getting that puck that many times in the offensive zone off a turnover, we've got to find a way to score more than one goal in that first period. And if they do, at the very least, we're going to overtime right now instead of being a 3-2 loss for the Capitals. But again, to the credit of the Lakers, they were able to put that first period behind them. And there's a lot of bad things that they probably did not really care to hear from their coach on what they didn't do right. But the biggest thing was that the best thing that they did was hear it and then move on from it, and they were able to adjust and play much better in that second and third period.
Well, they didn't panic, and they really could have in a case like that, but they didn't. They hung in there, and thanks to the coach, I think, and so they came by with the win. They have 7 seniors on their team, so they're really generally a pretty young team.
Yeah.
And that's got to be big for them. So it drops Pierre to 4. I'm sorry, Oahe drops to 4-7.
Yep.
And Watertown Lakers improved to 6-4-0-1.
And the other side of that, too, that hurts the Capitals in losing in the final 30 seconds is that they don't get that extra point. You know, if they would gone to overtime and Watertown still wins, you come back and beat the Lakers at home, and you get 3 points in 2 games where the Lakers only get 2 points in those 2 games.
Yeah.
So that 30 seconds in the last 30 seconds of giving up that goal hurts even more so than, you know, if you would lose to one of the top teams in this. Well, it hurts because you're so close to getting a point, regardless of whoever you're playing. That's a big point that you don't get going into overtime. So the Caps now have a lot more work in front of them to make sure they make the state tournament, but they will still have games in front. They've still got Mitchell twice. They still got Watertown coming up again. Those are becoming more must-win games for the Capitals. And with the Watertown Lakers are saying, if we can beat the Capitals one more time, the rest of the season, we continue to play well the rest of the season. We control our own destiny now to get into the state tournament, to be able to be, you know, to eliminate one of those 2 teams of the 3 that were fighting for the last 2 spots.
Well, and really, quite honestly, it puts a little more pressure now tomorrow on Oahe, because they can't just go into Brookings. This is probably a game they figured they could get Watertown tonight, Brandon Valley on Sunday, and maybe if they were lucky, get a win over Brookings. But I'm sure they were figuring if we can go 2-1 on the weekend, we'll be happy.
Yeah.
Now they're looking at, if they don't get a win tomorrow, they're going to be 0-2 going into Sunday. And they really need a win tomorrow.
Yeah.
So this is a team that can play that way.
You know,
and they can play with Brookings.
We look at a team last weekend in Aberdeen who had Brookings on the ropes and end up losing in overtime to the Rangers. You say, what team's going to come out the next day? Is it going to be a team that thinks they should have beat Brookings and still thinking about that, or is it going to be a team that's kind of put that behind them? And it was the team that put that behind them and ended up winning that game 5-2 over the Capitals. So now it's going to be what team shows up tomorrow for Oahe? Is it going to be the team that barely got beat that's still thinking about it, or a team that puts it behind them and uses this to their now advantage going into tomorrow?
Well, and you look at Brookings has had a long history of success. So when they play any game, I don't care when it is, they expect to win. Sometimes you'll be a team and say, well, we hope to beat them. Whereas Brookings goes into a game and go, we expect to win.
Yeah.
Now, Oahe has to take that away from them and get a win, and it's at Brookings besides.
I was just saying, and
it's a tall order, but it can be done. That's why you play the game.
That's why you play the game. It's hard enough to play Brookings as it is. It's even harder to play them in Brookings to try and get wins and trying to get points off of the Rangers. But that'll be coming up tomorrow. We've got coverage at 7:40. Puck drop will be at 8 o'clock. And then on Sunday, 12:40 with a 1 o'clock puck drop on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports, as the Caps will take on the Brandon Valley Ice Cats from Sioux Falls. So that will wrap things up for us here this evening. I want to say thanks to all the crew that was here in Watertown. Jeremy Johnson,
do a great job.
yeah, that they did such a great job today of getting us and allowing us to use the cameras and everything to get the broadcast going and be able to have the broadcast for you. I want to say also thanks to Eliza Mayer back at the station, and then also to you, Jeff Anderson. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Coming in. And
it's been fun.
It's been fun. And
yeah, it really has.
This is a unique experience because it's always been the 3 of us with Jim Lloyd, or it's just been Jim and I on the call. I don't know if it's ever been just the 2 of us on a call together.
No, I don't think it has.
And it took until retirement to make that happen.
Yeah. and Jim and I talked a little bit about that, and I go, well, I don't have a problem, except I haven't seen either team. I don't know if I have anything important to add. So so you look at that, but I said, well, we'll play it by ear, and so I brought everything along, just waiting to see what would happen, and it turned out well. We look forward to now, of course, having the varsity tournament here in March. Won't that be fun?
That will be a lot of fun.
It really will, and I'm not sure I'll be a part of that, but we'll see. But we'll see what's going on in the world at the time, and but it's always fun. The one thing I found that I missed over the last 2 years of being retired, I didn't realize how much I missed hockey, and the Shamrocks did get me back into a situation that I didn't know it was going to be in.
Right.
And that really turned out to be a wonderful experience. And now, of course, I'm kind of enthused about about hockey again.
You feel like a kid again.
Yeah, you really
calling some
kinda
hockey
do.
games.
But it's where they need to be as far as a program. They have their people in place. They have their front office, things like that. Everything's where it's supposed to be, and that's how it should be.
Absolutely.
And that's good. So they're rolling from there, and that's good.
Well, the Capitals fall here tonight 3-2 to the Watertown Lakers as Jack Elsher gets the game-winning goal, and with the final 23 seconds of that game, final 30 seconds of that game, is able to get the
28.9 to be exact.
28.9. Yep, that's
sorry.
No, that's fine. 3-2 win for the Watertown Lakers. Again, thanks to the crew here at Watertown. We can't wait for the state tournament coming up here in a couple less than 2 months from now. Here back at the Prairie Lakes Ice Arena, which all games will be on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Yeah, and speaking of course, Jim Lloyd, his Concordia team got a win tonight.
They got a win tonight, 3-2.
He's doing college women's hockey.
That's right.
In addition to doing Watertown girls and some Watertown boys, so he's a busy man.
He's done more hockey than I have this year, and I would say I feel like I do the most hockey in the state. But Jim Lloyd's got me beat. He's doing more hockey than I am. But again, final score here, 3-2 for the Watertown Lakers over the Oahe Capitals. Back on the air tomorrow night, 7:40 with coverage, and at 8 o'clock puck drop here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Again, thanks to Eliza Mayer back at the station. For Jeff Anderson, John Winkler, I was going to say Jim Lloyd, but for Jim Lloyd in spirit, John Winkler here signing off. The Capitals fall 3-2 to the Watertown Lakers as we say so long from Watertown.
You've been listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The Oahe Capitals on Capital City Rock are brought to you by Zander Auto Parts, Leisure Palace, Wagner Auto, AGE, Weatherall, The American in Fort Pierre, May Adam, Pizza Ranch, Faith Lutheran Church, Hermanson Endodontics, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, State Farm Becky Potsuba Agency, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters, First United Methodist Church, River Bottom Sanitation, The Clubhouse Inn and Suites, Venture Communications, Kathy Sunshine Properties, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Comtech, and Beck Motors. Join us all season for Oahe Capital Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports leader.